So welcome to another video collaboration of the Shield Doing the Couch. Today I'm joined again by the lovely Señorita Sabrosura again. And today we're gonna talk about music to cook. So Señorita Sabrosura, you know, this is cooking. This is right up your alley. I think last time we didn't introduce you properly. So just, you know, talk a lot about what, your relationship with food is.
Okay, hi people. My name is Mary, but they call me Senorita Sabrosura because I like to cook good things. I like to eat, share food stuff. So I have a blog where I put recipes made by me or by my friends. I also share restaurants and reviews and recommendations of places I visit here in the States or in Puerto Rico. And then I have my friends who also share stuff with me so we can share it with the whole world.
Like me, I'm one of the friends that shares food.
Yeah, we call them corresponsales sabrosos. So, and we have people in Puerto Rico, Miami, Mexico, Texas, all over.
Everywhere. And for those of you that don't know, Mari here sends me so much pictures of food that we call it food porn.
Yes. Yes. Well, we're two people who like music and food. So
music and food.
So that's our bonding.
So we thought, what best way to do a second video that combine our two passions of music and food. So today we're going to tackle music that we like to listen to when we're cooking, and we're obviously going to talk about like things that we like to cook. And since I thought that Mari is the one who has all the food blog, today Mari will start.
Okay, well, I love to cook and every day, but on Sundays I do meal preps. So I have like these bands or this music that I used to get in the mood, because I think your mood affects your food. So you should be happy. So the first album I picked was The Clash, London Calling. This is a double album released on 1979. This is when the band, I think it was at their peak. They were working together really great, Mick Jones and Joe Strummer, getting the best of each other. I like it to cook because it's an eclectic album. It's a fusion. It has punk, funk, R&B, ska, rockabilly, a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah, it's a great album. And it also, for those of you that don't know, the Los Fabulosos Cadillacs have a cover from that album.
Yes.
You know,
Revolution Rock.
You know, and when I was young and stupid, I thought that was a Fabulosos Cadillac song.
Well, because we heard first the Fabulosos Cadillacs version, and I was like, oh, that's a cover.
The cover, yeah.
They really influence a lot of other bands, including the Fabulosos Cadillacs. I like it. It's very catchy songs. Who else can make lyrics about political stuff, social unrest, racial profiling, and drug abuse fun, and that you want to sing? The Clash.
And there's also a song about going to the supermarket, right?
Yes, yes.
There's I know because I have that album as well.
Supermarket.
Yeah.
Lost in the Supermarket. For me, this is like desert island stuff, like we talked in the other video. But it's also on my heavy rotation on my playlist on Sundays to cook.
Yeah, no, it's got good different vibes to it. And I remember back in the day, wasn't the Clash called like the band that mattered? That's what they called them.
The only band that mattered.
The only band that mattered. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But the first time I heard the Clash was with Rock the Casbah, which is not on that album.
No, it's not here, but it's really a good song.
Yeah, that's a great album. So I want to start with an album that I really like to listen to, especially when it's on the weekend. So I really like Jack Johnson, but I don't have his album. But I'm gonna
Okay.
mention as honorable mention Jack Johnson, especially the song "Banana Pancakes." That's a great song.
Oh, that's a great song. It's on my playlist to
Yeah,
cook.
that's a great song to make pancakes with, especially if they have bananas in. But I don't, unfortunately, I don't have him on vinyl, but I play him a lot. But since
Yeah,
we're
me
focusing
too.
on vinyl, this is an unplugged from Nirvana. For those
Nice.
of you that haven't heard, Nirvana was very big in the 90s. And obviously, Kurt sadly committed suicide. But this Nirvana Unplugged, even though this is not my favorite Unplugged, it's Alice in Chains, but I don't have that one. But this one is a very good unplugged, and they played a lot of cover songs on this one. They played songs Lake of Fire. They played they think they played
A Bowie
a
song.
Bowie song. Where was
Yeah, the man who sold the world.
no, yes, they played The Man Who Doesn't Sold the World, and they have Jesus Don't Want Me for a Song being in that unplugged. They played, I think half of the songs they played were cover songs because they were more known for distortion. But it's a great unplug, if you're like cooking, because it's chill, it's unplugged, it's not loud. I really like to when I like to cook a lot of like eggs with scrambled eggs and I like to put some mushrooms in it and different peppers and stuff. So I like to listen to some Nirvana Unplugged while I'm doing that because it's a great album, and I think it's one of the best unplugs out
Yes.
there.
Everyone remembers Kurt Cobain like depressed and sad, but on that unplugged, he was like happy and he was like joking and talking to the people. Like
Yeah, they were making jokes, and even in the album, they kept
you
most
can
of the
listen.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a part where he says, like, am I gonna sing this by myself? And it was a very laid back performance, and I think it was one of the last performances that they had as a band. And yeah, it's a great unplugged, and obviously, it's since it's unplugged, it's great to have on when you're cooking on a Sunday morning when you have no stress, put Nirvana Unplugged.
Yeah, it's very chill. What do you think they like to eat? The Nirvana. Well, Dave Grohl and the other guy.
They like to what?
What do you think they like to eat?
What do I think Dave Grohl likes to eat? I'm gonna find out soon because I have his book to eat.
Oh, nice.
I got his book to eat. I'm sure back then they didn't eat that healthy. I'm
I
sure
don't
they
think
ate
so.
whatever was on the road, and when they first came in the scene, they didn't have that much money, so I think they would eat what they want. That's an interesting point. Now that you're talking about food and health, because I also have a book here that I want to show. A few years ago, I started more eating healthier and being more conscious of what you eat. And some people say, "Oh, that's not cool," but it is cool. And I found this book. It's called The Blue Zones Kitchen. And the concept of this book is that the blue zones are areas in the world where people live more than 100 years. And it's because of the healthy diets that they have. There's Okinawa, there's some place in Italy, some place in California, some place in Costa Rica. I think there's 5. I'm trying to remember which one, but there's some great recipes here that are actually done. And they would think, oh, it's healthy, it's boring, but no, great food in here. So I truly recommend this.
I think you did a recipe and I posted on Señorita Sabrosura.
We did. Yeah, last year when we were on the lockdown, my wife and me started cooking a lot of things from this book, and we still cook. And there's even desserts. Let me see if I can show Sardinian lasagna.
Wow.
There's some great food here. Mini potato tarts. I think you would like this book, and they're interesting recipes. And
the best thing is that you're eating healthy but yummy.
Healthy but yummy, and listening to music while doing it. So
yes,
I wanted to pop in that book in there since it's all about music and food.
Well, talking about another guy who's healthy, I have here, this is one of my favorite to listen to, Jay Mascis, Elastic Days. This is the side project of Dinosaur Jr. frontman, Jay Mascis. Everybody knows Dinosaur Jr., or they should.
They
But
should. I think they know more for the song the I Feel the Pain, because that was a
yeah,
big hit.
yes. And then he's a really great guitar player.
He
And
is.
here, this is like his softer side, with more acoustic explorations. He used, like, instead of always the electric guitar, he also uses acoustic guitar. It's more stripped down, more nostalgic. It has great guitar solos, but not your face melter Dinosaur Jr. More temper, more soothing.
More like your chill. Let's drink
Yeah.
something, maybe
Uh,
smoke something.
it's a really great album. Like, I know he's like straight edge, healthy. So the music, it's like, it feels like that. It makes you feel good.
Yeah, I've seen interviews of him, and he's very interesting dude. And
Yes.
they put out an album last year that was it was kind of mellow. And
Yeah,
I
I think
actually,
because with age, he's like mellow, uh, like
yeah,
down.
you can't be like super hard like all the time, like at least I would think.
Yeah, I know he's like a very interesting guy. He lives right now in a house that belonged to a Buddhist teacher. And then he says, like, he feels like all the vibe, like, of the teacher that was living there before, like very peaceful. And he is also a follower of a guru in India. It's a woman. She's known, but because she hugs everybody. She's like the hug guru.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think he will eat like healthy stuff too. Maybe he liked that book because he's straight edge. He doesn't do drugs or alcohol or anything. Totally different from the
Oh
Clash.
yeah, I'm sure he would eat something totally different. So another record that I usually like to put when I'm cooking, and also I talk about other cooking, like breakfast. I do almost all the breakfast here. Usually on the weekends we do
You
like
do breakfast
French
and
toast.
your wife do dinner.
Actually, I cook dinner a lot too, especially when it comes to meats. I'm great at doing meats,
Nice.
and I like to put some salt in them and doing different ways. I'm bad with pasta. I can do
Oh,
pasta.
really?
No, no, I'm bad with pasta, and I've done risotto, but by accident.
Oh,
Trying to
wow.
do, yeah, and it turns out like a risotto. I'm like, I wasn't gonna do a risotto, but it turns out like that. But a band that I like to listen to while I'm cooking, it can be any time of the day, is the Cranberries.
Nice.
And this is the Cranberries' second album, No Need to Argue. And of course, the first one was called Everyone Else Is Doing It, So Why Can't We? It's a great album, but to this day, this is my favorite Cranberry albums. And also, it goes in theme with the channel. They're sitting on a couch. And I
Yeah,
don't know if you remember, I dare everyone, look at a Cranberries cover, and almost all their covers, they're sitting on couches.
really, I didn't
Yeah,
know
their
that.
first cover, they're sitting on a couch. Their second cover, they're sitting on a couch. On the third one, I think they're all sitting on a couch except Dolores. And on the fourth one, Bury the Hatchet, there's an eye. So, but yeah, they're sitting here on a couch. And if you open this, a couch in the
Oh,
middle of the
wow.
sea, and in the back, more couches in different places. I don't know why. And it's a shame that she died a few years ago. I really thought her voice was so different, so unique. There's a lot of great people with great voices, but her voice had, when she did that, like kind of yodeling.
Mhm.
Maybe Jewel does it, but differently. The way
Yeah, no, it's
the
different.
way that she sang, and also the lyrics, you know, Cranberries could have political songs, but they also could have like such beautiful songs. Like on this album, you know, you have I Can Be With You, Ode to Her Family, uh, Ridiculous Thoughts, which is great. And obviously they have Zombie. But this
I
one
really
is
like 21.
21. Yeah, 21 is
Yes,
the
that's my
second song.
favorite.
That's a great song. And on the side B, they have bonus track. They have Yesterday's Gone, they have Away, and they have a cover of Close to You that ends the album. And some of those songs they did on an MTV Unplugged. And I don't know, this is a pretty chill album, even though there's some rock to it. But you know, it's great to cook, and you know, you can cook and listen to it, and
You can
it,
sing along too.
you can sing along too. Yeah,
So you,
I dare anyone to cook and not sing Zombie like out loud, like because it'll be in your head.
yeah, in your head.
So yeah, until this day, you know, it's my favorite album, and I really love Cranberries, and I'm so sad that I never got to see them live. And I know
Really?
they played in Puerto Rico,
I saw
but
them in Puerto Rico.
I don't know why I didn't go. But until I'm going to regret that forever.
It
That I
was
didn't go.
amazing. I remember they were calling the Fruit Punch concert because the band that opened, their name was La Uva from Puerto Rico.
The fruit,
Grapes.
the fruit punch concert.
Yeah, La Uva grapes with cranberries.
Did they play? Where did they play in Puerto Rico? Was it in the?
I think it was El Anfiteatro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some great bands there. I saw No Doubt. I saw the Mighty Mighty Bostons, but I don't know why I missed the Cranberries, and such a shame. But you know, it happens.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook actually is the omelette. In the like, I almost every day eat eggs. Back in the day when I was less healthier, and you can talk to coworkers I had, they said that I would die eating a jamón and queso with huevo sandwich, like a ham and
Ham and cheese and egg sandwich.
oh my God, every day I would eat one, and my coworkers would say to me, "You're gonna die," and it's yeah, and it's gonna say, "Here lies Hector, a ham and Swiss egg sandwich killed him." I tell you every morning. Thank God I stopped that, but I still like eggs, but I like more healthier type of eggs, and I've become great at doing omelets, and I like putting, like I said, mushrooms and spinach and tomatoes, and I really gotten good at the omelets. And I also do what I used to do for tatas, or I don't know how you call them, and that it
yeah,
would
like
last.
the Spanish tortilla.
Yeah, and I would do like a big bowl, and that would last a few days in the morning, so you wouldn't have to in the morning. You know, you gotta go.
Day.
That was more when I lived in Puerto Rico, where I had to like get quickly on a car, go to work. We would do that and eat that for 2 or 3 days, and then do something else, you know, to save time. Okay. But I became really good at breakfast, and anything with eggs, I will like. I will also do eggs with some rice, and I'll put like the sunny side up egg on top.
Nice, nice. That's
something really... de caballo, I think in Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, a caballo.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite things to cook is beans, like we do in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. So these artists remind me of that. This is my third pick. Hello, Dolly from Louis Armstrong. Look how happy he looks.
He always looked happy.
He always looks happy. So you know his music is gonna make you feel happy. This album, he did it like late in his life when he was older, and became #1. The single Hello Dolly became #1 on Billboard, knocking out the Beatles after 14 weeks of Beatles being #1 on Billboard.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, so you know how good and how happy It has really good songs like Moon River. I know that song they use it, not the Louis Armstrong version, but they use it in the Breakfast at Tiffany's movie.
I think it's in a few movies actually.
Yeah. Well, I know Louis Armstrong, they use it in a lot of movies too.
Yeah.
Like the What a Wonderful Life, they use it in a lot of movies, Moon River. But this is one of my favorites, especially to cook and listen on Sundays. Because Louis Armstrong, he loved to play as much as he loved to eat. He was from New Orleans, born and bred. So in New Orleans they have this tradition of eating red beans on Mondays because you can put them to cook and forget about them because on Mondays they did laundry. It was laundry day.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so every Monday that's what you're gonna eat, red beans. And then in Puerto Rico they serve you like a lot of rice and then the beans on the side or on top, but not that much. In New Orleans, it's just
the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around. Like they put when I went the first time, like a whole bowl of beans and a little bowl of rice, just to clean your palate.
Yeah, and the Puerto Rican in you was confused.
I was confused, but they were so good, the beans, and he loved so much that plate that he signed his autograph and his letters, red beans and Risley yours, Louis Armstrong.
Nice.
Yeah. And he also loved Chinese food so much that when he was playing in Africa, he found the only Chinese restaurant in Africa.
Yeah, it's hard to find good Chinese restaurants over here.
And yeah, I know. And then he also loved Italian food a lot. That's like New Orleans food, Chinese, and then Italian food. Like if you Google Louis Armstrong eating, there's a lot of photos him eating pasta.
Yeah, I love Italian food, but I'm bad with pasta. But
and then you have to take some lessons then. I'll
yes.
send you some videos. It's really easy once you get the trick. But in Puerto Rico they say, oh, you can cook, you can get married now. When Louis Armstrong was gonna marry, before marrying his wife, he asked her, can you cook me a plate of rice and red beans, just to see if he approves.
You put her to the test. So I'm like, now, oh yeah, you can cook. I can marry you now.
And he did, and she passed the test.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. And that reminds me of Puerto Rico. Your grandma, your mom said, oh, you can cook. Okay, you can get married.
Yeah, I don't think the new generations are gonna say that much because
no, I don't think so. But the old generation used to, and he put it to the test.
For like here in my wife can cook, but actually I'm actually the one that cooks more. I think I got like when I first moved alone, I couldn't cook anything.
Wow.
And I learned because I had to eat, but I think the last few years I've gotten more into it and more into like seeing how to improve cooking. So yeah, but it's good, like.
Yeah, and then it's funny now there's a lot of channels and there's guys instead of women doing the cooking, and then teach other guys, other bros, like how to cook, how to do meal prep, how to improve your cooking skills and everything.
Yeah, meal prep is super fun. So important. Not everyone does it. So the next album, I love it. And actually, you bought this album for me. I'm talking about Weezer. And of course, this is the Blue Album. And it's funny because, this album, it's a feel-good record. I remember when this came out in 1994. Oh, another funny story. All the albums I picked are from the 90s. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with the 90s. So this album had a lot of like great songs on it. Like you can sing along to them. Yeah, you have it too. the Blue Album.
Yes.
And I like their first albums a lot. Actually, they put out a new album like a few days ago.
I haven't heard the last one.
Yeah, it's an EP. They're gonna put. I know we're getting off topic, but they're gonna put 4 EPs this year. One is called Spring. One will be called Summer, then Fall and Winter.
Okay.
And let's see. But you know, it's funny because Weezer is now, when you think about it now more, the last album that I really liked about them was a covers album. They but more of a cover band. But this album is where they were the original lineup, and they had Mark Sharp with them, and obviously it has Buddy Holly, Undone the Weather song, uh, Say It Ain't So. But my favorite Weezer song is Only in Dreams, which is on this album. And it has that great bass line that's doom 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 doom. That it's an 8-minute song, an epic song. And this morning, actually, when I was cooking, I was listening to that album. And I had another album that is, you know, it's a good album. But I'm like, you know, I really love listening to that Weezer album in the morning. And I put it and you see, and my son bobs to it because it's, you know, the Weezer melodies, they're so infectious, and something that when you're cooking, you want to be happy. You don't want to be miserable. You want to be happy, and you
Yeah.
want to enjoy what you're doing. And I'm gonna show another book. This is called Love and Lemons,
Nice.
and it has a lot of like recipes that uses vegetables. Like, oh, this is a creamy, such good. When I try to do like pasta, I try to follow instructions. But yeah, this is another great book that has some great recipes. I have other ones that have breakfast in it, but yeah, to me, like eggs in the morning is my go-to dish that I've
Yeah,
gotten really
and
good at.
before they used to say that eggs were bad for you, but that's not true. Like they always say, like, oh, if you drink too much coffee, coffee is bad for you. If you ate eggs every day, it's bad. But it's not true. After years and years, that like they show it's not
And
true.
and ham
They're actually good for you.
and a ham, egg, and cheese sandwich will
Well,
kill you
there
eventually.
eventually, but that's the bread, the ham, like all the other stuff you're adding.
But yeah, so that's my third pick for music to cook for. You
Yeah,
know, there
I
would be
remember.
so much more music to pick, but I think three is a nice number to
Yeah,
pick.
I remember I gave you that as a birthday gift because I said, Hector has a lot of 90s and a lot of metal and trash, but he doesn't have Weezer.
Yeah.
And everybody needs Weezer in their life.
Yeah, you know, there's people that don't know Weezer, and I actually finally saw them last year in that tour they did with Green Day and Fall Out Boy, and they didn't disappoint. You know, they're a funk band, and uh, I even followed them on the albums that I liked less because I think I'm a ride or die for Weezer.
Yeah. Well, if you're showing books, I'm gonna show this one.
Yes.
This is the one I'm reading right now, and then I'm gonna post soon a recipe I made from mole. Mole is like a Mexican classic sauce. You can eat it alone. It's so good. You can eat it alone. You can eat it with classic is eating with chicken, like the chicken dressing, the mole sauce. But you can eat it with every meat or vegetable. So that's my next recipe,
Yeah,
the
I
mole.
love tacos, and
And they have like here good recipes. This was a friend gave this to me. They have like good sauces with tacos, everything, meat, sauces.
nice.
But that's my next recipe, mole.
Yeah, no, that's a great. So next month we have to decide on what we're gonna, what will be the topic that we will discuss. So you'll have to wait, but we'll come with something. Maybe we might do something in Spanish for the next one because we were thinking.
Yeah, we were thinking about music to cook, but in Spanish. Like what music we listen, because of course we listen in English, but also in Spanish.
Yeah, and obviously we can, you know, we can take it on different areas, and also we can also do a joint album review of maybe an album band that both of us like. But for those of you, you can follow me. I'm on Instagram, the Shield Dude in a Couch. I finally joined TikTok, and I'm not doing dances, although the other day I
You
did a
should. You're funny when you
I did a lip sync of was it Rolling by Limp Bizkit, and oh my god, it was terrible. But for now, 195 people have watched that video, but I think I've gotten like 2 likes. So it was terrible. But
TikTok, in TikTok, people are watching. They're not like liking. They're more watching and sharing.
yes,
So.
I know, watching and sharing, but it's really a good tool. So like when I do album reviews, I put snippets, like the funniest line of the album. I'm like, and so when I'm doing an album review, I'm like, I have to have a funny line, because that funny line is the one that I'm gonna put on the short. Because if I don't have a funny line, then I'm like, what the hell am I gonna put there? But yeah, so that's where you can follow me. If you like what you're seeing, give us a like. There's more content on the way, more collaborations with me and Señorita Sabrosura.
Yes. Hey, you forgot. Future. What's your top 3 foods to eat?
My top 3 foods to eat. So I can't live without pizza. I can't live without tacos, and I can't live without hamburgers. See, those are not the health. I eat them less now, but like I can't stop eating them.
Once a month, every once in a while.
Every once in a while, like I used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola, but I've stopped that. So hardly ever have it. So
keep eating the pizza, the burger, but stop the Coke.
Yeah, stop the Coke. There's sometimes if I have a Coke, maybe like it's like if I'm very stressed, and I don't know why Coke used to distress me out, which is weird. But I think I've substituted Coke more with coffee.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's better.
Yeah. So where can they follow Señorita Sabrosura?
Oh, they can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and now I'll be doing TikTok too. But with my other, I started a music blog, Sabrosura Vinyl. So it's an extension of Señorita Sabrosura, but it's all vinyl.
Vinyl. I'm thinking we need to do like a TikTok dance to promote. But yeah, something to think about. So we don't know still what we'll do next month, but we'll think of something. Maybe we'll switch it up and leave the cooking to another area. But every month we'll try to have a video with different topics. And if you like what you're seeing, remember, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, this is the Shield on a Couch.
Señorita Sabrosura.
And we'll see you here on another collaboration video. Thank you and good night and bon appetit.